Ladies and gentlemen, what have I been telling you since October of 2021? Read my Federalist article below in the pinned comment. I said the policies of the Democratic Party, especially President Mashed Potato Brains, are going to catapult, or I should say plunge this country into a devastating market crash. We're going to see that, unfortunately, sooner rather than later. We're going to see a horrendous, devastating stock market crash. We have a derivatives nightmare. We have trillions in debt that the SEC and FINRA don't know about. We have a whole bunch of problems that all of the wonderful liberal economists aren't bringing up. Elizabeth Warren is not bringing up the derivatives nightmare that we face in this country. So you'll see investment banks and you'll see hedge funds like Archegos, either too big to fail situation or Archegos style hedge funds go under. Hit subscribe to this channel right now. The stock market crash channel is below in the pinned comment. I need to do more work on that. I've been told by a lot of people, hey, start doing more work on that. And unfortunately, now is the best time to do work on this. I've been telling you, inflation is through the roof, and it's because Democrats decided to end economic activity because very smart people told them. A fabricated consensus of extremely intelligent bureaucrats and experts said we needed to tank the economy for a year to 2 years. When President Mashed Potato Brains took over, he didn't even really want to open up the economy. Now, President Trump's last year was taken over by an apoplectic, hysterical, completely paranoid media, basically tyrants, along with Democratic governors like Andrew Cuomo, who won an Emmy, who said, end economic activity. And so you had 22 million people unemployed within a matter of months after record low unemployment. That disrupted supply chains forever. It led to our national debt above gross domestic product. It led to a Pandora's box of problems that I discuss in the article below in the pinned comment in my Federalist article last October. If you're in the stock market right now and you're about to retire, you would be foolish to continue to be in the stock market. You have no business being in the stock market right now if you're about to retire. So if you need the money or if you're about to retire and you can't withstand an 80% drop or 80, 75, 60% loss. But inflation, what did I say? It's only going to get worse, people. Inflation accelerated to 8.5% in March, highest since 1981. What about real wages? I remember the flippant, petulant comment when we had real wages were up, actually, under Trump. We had a great economy. Inflation was around, $2% or so? Gas prices were around $3. They're now $7, $8 in certain locations of the country. But inflation is just out 8.5% inflation. And a 2.7% decline in inflation-adjusted wages. So real wages, negative 2.7%, okay? Or 2.7% decline, okay? So a 2.7% decline in real wages. Real wages were up under Trump, okay? We didn't have this inflation under Trump. And when you end economic activity because the smartest people in the room said for you to do so, and you impose all of these absurd, maniacal guidelines, and we see what's going on with people screaming out of their buildings in other countries, let's not even talk about that for YouTube guidelines and to be wonderful, because, we can't talk about things. And that's the reason we're in this mess. We can't talk about a lot of things, but here, food prices spiked close to 10%. If you go to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, I will read you everything right now, and whatever I read you, just add a couple more percent, or maybe 5 to 10% more to it. Hit subscribe to this channel right now. I have been telling everyone it's going to get worse in terms of the economy. It is. I've been telling everyone this. I have a channel called the Stock Market Crash Channel. That's below in the pinned comment. I predicted all of this in my article in October in 2021. This is from the Bureau of Labor Statistics. This is the world that liberal, morally superior, wonderful, highly intelligent, very educated liberal Democrats want, in addition to the geopolitical nightmare under the watch of President Mashed Potato Brains right now. Democrats control the executive branch, the House, the Senate. They control pretty much every social media algorithm, Hollywood. They have everybody from Jimmy Kimmel to loyalists within the Bureau and intelligence agencies like Clapper and Brennan, all these people. And the sky is literally falling when they have complete control of government. Hit subscribe to this channel, ladies and gentlemen. We're almost at 200,000 subs, and this is a very important segment because I've been saying this for a long, long time. Food, 8.8%. Yeah, it's a lot more than 8%. You tell me below in the pinned comment. Do you think it's only 8.8% increase? You tell me. Food, 8.8%. Cereal, bakery products, 9.4%. Meat, poultry, fish, eggs, 13.7%. All up in terms of price. Dairy and related products, 7% up. Fruits and vegetables, 8.5% increase in price. Non-alcoholic beverages and beverage materials, 8% increase in price. Full-service meals and snacks, 8% increase. Food away from home, 6.9%. Energy, 32% increase. Energy commodities, 48.3%. Fuel oil, 70%. Gasoline, 48.0%. And now they want the ethanol, 15% ethanol-infused fuel. That's bad for the environment, but they don't care. See, they're going to pontificate about climate change. And they're going to say, so Biden to allow more ethanol and gas this summer and bid to lower prices. Bad for climate change, bad for the environment. Strategic oil reserves. So that's, according to the left, all bad for the environment and climate change. But guess what? When you focus on combating climate change and pumping money into the economy for infrastructure, which was never a major issue in terms of the economy. No one ever said, God, GDP is down because we don't have infrastructure. Nobody ever said that. Because our infrastructure is failing in certain states or certain cities, but generally the states and the cities address that. Anyway, they're fine. Federal infrastructure projects, still, it wasn't what he should have focused on. With Trump, we wouldn't have had the geopolitical nightmare we have in Europe right now because he would have negotiated. Oh, you don't want them to join the North Atlantic Treaty Organization? Okay, what will you give, Vladimir? Let's negotiate. Oh, okay, we can avert this crisis. No, Biden didn't want to do that. He wants the Putin price increase. The Democrats let this horrible geopolitical nightmare fester instead of negotiating and being front and center and trying to negotiate before because they had soldiers on the border, hundreds of thousands, for months. They could have negotiated. Mashed potato brains and bumbling Blinken and Jake Sullivan, who's now under investigation by the Durham Probe Special Counsel. They could have investigated. They could have negotiated a deal, but they chose not to. So now you have the perfect scapegoat. Russia told us that Bernie Sanders was cheated, that Hunter's emails showed pay-to-play schemes, and it's also they caused inflation. Don't you understand they caused inflation? Well, a little bit, some of it, sure, but all of the price increases in food, gas, oil, everything was going on before all of that. And it's because of, when Democrats, you see these pundits, our policies are so good. You cause the poverty, and then you want to pump money into the economy. So, look at us. We're going to have an eviction moratorium. We're for you. It's like, no, you didn't let them work, progressives in Congress. You didn't let people work. That's why people are in more debt than ever. We have more debt, not only in the stock market, but in credit card debt has reached an all-time high. Because Democrats and wonderful bureaucrats and highly educated, very influential and wonderful multinational organizations and people who really care about your best interests said you can't work for a year and a half. That destroyed supply chains, especially for businesses that are based on commodities like oil and gas. And it's not like they have high profit margins. They have to prepare in terms of projections for supply and demand. And when you completely obliterate the supply and demand projections, then you have these companies that, they might be charging a little bit more now, but they don't know when the next economic shutdown is that Democrats will push for and then pump more money into the economy, $10 trillion in fiscal and monetary stimulus as the Fed raises interest rates. As the Fed raises interest rates, we are heading towards a terrible, terrible possible economic collapse completely, but definitely a stock market crash eventually. And I told you all of it, predicted all of this. Read the Federalist article below. I said you can't end the U.S. economy and expect inflation and all these things, real wages, to just you rebound. Give me your thoughts below. Hit subscribe right now. Be back in an hour. This is a very important topic, ladies and gentlemen, and it's directly the result of Democratic Party policies. Hit subscribe. Thank